Hey, we're over here at go-to-math.com. Click on the algebra, go down to integer exponents, and we're looking at 3.1, it looks like. Simplify and write with positive exponents. Okay, so can we remember this? Negative x raised to the fourth x cubed. X cubed. Alright. Now here's something we hadn't talked about. Okay, let's do something here. A little side work here. Let's say that I have negative 2 raised to the second power. So what is this? This is negative 2 times negative 2, right? And we can always take these negatives. So this is kind of like saying negative 1 times negative 1 and then 2 times 2. But what is a negative times a negative? A negative times a negative is positive. So we just end up with a positive 4. Okay. So if this is an even number up here, and this, as you can see, the negative is inside the parentheses, what's going to end up happening to this negative? Well, it's going to end up canceling out. And actually, I can actually rewrite this as negative 1 raised to the fourth power times x raised to the fourth power. You see that? And so that'd be negative 1 times negative 1, which is positive 1, and then times a negative 1, which is negative 1, and then one more negative 1, so you have a negative 1 times a negative 1, it cancels out. You see that? So, okay. And therefore what's going to happen here is we're just going to add these exponents. So I can actually break this up. Maybe you'll better see this. So that becomes 4x to the fourth times x to the third. And so we know that this is all going to just be a positive 1, so we're not even going to write that. And then we add our exponents and we get x to the 7th. X to the 7th. So that's one way of looking at that. All right, x to the 7th. And there you go. Okay, so those kind of things can be tricky. You got to watch them. So you know, if this were a negative number right here, or not a negative, but an odd number, not an even, but an odd number, then we'd end up with a negative out front. Negative out front. All right. So we're here at go-to-math.com, getting it figured out. See you in the next problem.